Hello.
Hello.
Shall I clap my hands?
Why not? This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
I was having a little moment because I was just doing it. Before we record, I do a little test recording to make sure all the setup's all working, etc. And I was in the middle of that, and so you started ringing, and I was like, ah! So
I'm so sorry. I just got your text message with a photograph of your palazzo.
Palazzo.
I thought to myself, he must be ready.
Yeah, that was a little premature, as they say.
Very nice. Premature.
Yes, I imagine the word is premature.
Oh, prema. Sorry. I was thinking... I thought you were saying it was a tour that was absolutely top-notch, a prima tour.
Yeah, no, it was premature. Chur, isn't that a strange way we say chur?
Yes.
So hang on, it's recording. I'm definitely recording. I've got all the things in the right place.
All the holes are plugged.
A little
You're all good.
A little bit anxious about that. I think
You?
Yeah, we're going to find out, aren't we?
We are, after we finished recording and I tried
Which is the best time to find out.
Absolutely.
What?
I need to let you know that you're going to hear, or maybe you won't, I'll just feel that you can hear every now and then me go, and have a slight intake of breath as I drop something, because I'm in the process of spooling a ball of yarn from a skein so I can knit with it later.
Are you doing that while podcasting?
Yeah, I'm not knitting. I'm just rolling a ball of wool together.
What a great thing!
Basically,
that
I'm like a kitten.
It's some pretty pristine evidence of the capacity of men to multitask. Take that, women! Take that, women everywhere. Or woman, as they say in New Zealand.
I am literally doing the equivalent of chewing and walking at the same time. So it's really not it's not the high level complex task that you might imagine. But I still
and when you say
I'm
literally,
drop my ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got something I want. Well, hang on. Look, I should before I do that, I should say, how are you?
Oh, I'm fully recovered from my COVID.
I'm so glad. Take that COVID as well.
Yeah.
I have
to say, I powered through it.
Did you?
I did. I mean, from start to stop, I was done in 4.5 days.
And when was the last time you had a COVID vaccine?
Oh gosh, the booster that everybody had.
Yeah, so
whenever
3 years ago, 2.5 years ago,
easily.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Do you think? I don't know anything about this particular strain of the virus. Apparently, viruses change. Who knew?
That's a true story.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know how they do that, but they just change. I'm gonna call it random mutations. And
I like that. That's a good word.
Yeah, I know. Great name for our band when we started. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Mutations.
You'd have to be the lead singer, and I'd be the fucking bass player.
Coolest.
Yes. I don't know anything about the latest variation of the virus and how hard it is on people.
Yes. I cannot really speak to that except to say I didn't love it.
Yeah, it was short, but you didn't love it.
It was short, but I think the thing it did for me the most, and I still was feeling this yesterday at work, is it left me quite brain foggy, which hasn't happened before.
You mean when you had COVID before, it hasn't left you brain foggy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I felt quite incapable of following a line of thought.
If you can roll with that, it's a good feeling. If you can roll with it, but it's not if you have to.
It's difficult. I was in a meeting with multiple folk, and I was asked a question, and at one point I just had to put my hands over my eyes and say, "Can everybody just be quiet for a minute?"
I'm clear that was online, right? You weren't in the room with them.
Yeah, it was online. It was just a shush, everybody shush until I remember what's happening. and I can come back to my brain.
How, in terms of status, how far up the ladder were you in that meeting? Because if you're at the bottom, you're unlikely to say that, are you?
I mean, I would say, how about I was in a room of equals?
Have you got a very flat structure at FU?
I mean, obviously there's hierarchy, but I guess... So I think so.
I remember being in a validation meeting, validating a whole bunch of master's programs at Roehampton University, and someone on our team said about wanting to maintain our flat structure, and I think I actually choked when this person said that. Yeah, because I think we talked the talk of flat structures, which I think is common in the arts and humanities, when in reality you only have to ask the people who are not at the top / middle how flat the structure is.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I mean, I think that's a safe assertion to make about any kind of organisation, isn't it? That you get past a certain point where just the kind of the narrative gravity of the organisation starts to tell people where they sit.
Yeah.
And that informs behaviours, no matter how well intentioned you are. I did, however, have a conversation with. This is too exposing, so I'm going to stop.
Great, that was good. I liked that story. We'll just tell people that we actually told the story and you cut it out, and I'm going to go like this. Oh, really? That's unbelievable.
That's not what happened. I actually censored myself in my mid-flow with Simon, so not even Simon knows what nonsense
I know. I'm going to wait till we're off the call, and then you can tell me. Listen, something happened to me this week that I thought I would recount to you.
Oh, I look forward to that.
It made me think.
I also had something happen.
Oh, do you want to go first?
No, because I don't know. Mine might take a long time.
So might mine.
Cool. Well, you got you.
Me do me.
You do you, kiddo.
So what I went to do this week was I had a look at a studio apartment in Coventry.
Right.
Because
that's nice.
I had this thought that, maybe I could downsize, because I live in an apartment it's 2 bedrooms. It's about, I would guess, 100 square meters. It's very nice. It's very spacious. It's purpose built from the 60s, so it doesn't feel like you've just squeezed a whole lot of stuff into one little thing. Mm-hmm. And I pay more than I think I would like to pay.
Right. You just became very British, can I say there?
Fuck that. I pay £950 a month for rent.
Right, gotcha.
And which has gone up by about £150, maybe a bit more since I first moved in here. And then plus there's expenses on top of that, and those, electricity and broadband and council tax and all that stuff.
Yeah, all of those.
So it's probably pushing maybe £1,300 a month. Not quite, £1,200, £1,250, something like that, all up.
Yeah.
So I thought, what a smart move. I want to spend more time in aforementioned Italia.
See you last week.
Yep. And why don't I find a little studio apartment, which has still got enough space, a nice oven, I can still make bread, and save a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money.
Yes.
And so I thought, I'm going to look at this place. And it was £750 a month, all up. So
so everything in?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha, right. Oh, that is a saving, isn't it?
And I learned something, which of course you will know about, and people, I imagine lots of British people listening will go, does he not know anything about anything? And so I walked, and it was in a street which has, classic British street of just terraced houses. And I was thinking,
yes.
What's going on here? And the front was it was so unkempt and just like, it was horrible. Just like no care at all. I was thinking, wow. Anyway, inside this, what turned out to be a 3-story terrace house was 7 one-bedroom apartments with a shared kitchen called, didn't know this, HMO, House in Multiple Occupation.
I did not know that was a thing.
It's a thing, and so what happens is that you in your own little bedroom, which is a tiny room with a little minibar, fridge, and a ensuite. I mean, the word suite. Whoa.
Yeah.
And
it's a cupboard with a toilet in it.
It's a cupboard with a toilet in it, and then you have a shower, and then you have a shared kitchen, which is smaller than the kitchen, no, a bit bigger than the kitchen I've got here with 2 ovens, etc., and a big. And they charge £750. So this person, this landlord lady, is getting 7 times £750 a month.
Yeah.
I know none of this is surprising you, but I was shocked, and this is what I want to talk about, was that the real estate agent said no one is selling apartments. This is Coventry, Lee Miller. It's not London.
Yeah.
No one is selling houses. They're turning them into these HMOs. And I just wanted to talk to you about avarice.
Yeah. Okay.
And
good.
Because it made me ill. It made me so ill. Clearly, I'm not moving out. Just too long didn't read. I'm not, I'm staying right the fuck here. I'm happy to pay. I hope the landlord's not listening. I'd pay another £300 a month just to stay here.
There is every year there is a landlord conference. Yeah,
is
a meeting
there?
of the landlord. Yeah. And they the great and the good of the left wing media. People like Novara Media or Politics Joe regularly send their
Reporters.
their reporters to doorstep people and go, tell us about how things are going, because you seem to be spending, making people spend more and more and more on their rent. And the landlords, to a human, says, well, of course, mortgages have gone up, the cost of living has gone up, we have to pass those costs on. And I find this so unutterably confusing, because then you say, hang about, right, have you bought this as an investment? Yes, this is an investment. So, okay, I'm going to stop you there. Do you understand that investments can go down as well as up? And here's the shocking piece of information. As an investor, you take the losses
and the risk
on the chin in the same way that you benefit from the gains. No. Landlords, and because of the unfettered market practices in the UK, simply pass those concerns on to renters, which is why we have the most ridiculous 2-tier system in the UK.
In the world. So,
I meant it's in the UK, but it's one of the worst in the world, yes.
Do you... So what I did, so clearly people are renting such a place. So, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to know 2 things, which I didn't ask him. I should have, which was how long it had been on the market. That room, that was basically made Harry Potter's living conditions look pretty damn amazing, except there was no owl.
You can't have everything. Come on.
I know.
750 quid a month, and you want an owl?
I know. It's just so lucky. I mean, that would be fantastic.
Now talk about avarice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so sorry. And so people are. So how long? And then also what kind of people? These were specifically not for students.
Yes.
Right. So they're professionals, effectively like
young
me.
Professionals.
Oh yeah, young.
Yeah, except the word young is often thrown about.
Young and up-and-coming professionals. If only we had some kind of acronym for that kind
of... So it will be for those folk who are not in relationships, so they can't make their money go further. It'll be for those folk who don't have the bank of mum and dad to rely upon. Yeah. It's a shocker, isn't it?
So I want you to help me understand greed. I want you to help me understand where the fuck that comes from, because I have nothing. I have no words.
I think we know that I am singularly ill-equipped to be able to answer this, because I am constantly railing against billionaires who are just the top of this very particular...
These are not billionaires, these people are. This is bog standard greed, right?
But yes, it is bog standard greed, but it's the same story. It's the idea that we deserve something and the person below us doesn't deserve anything. It's the shift away from responsibility to rights. It's that kind of thing. It's like my rights are ... and there's no ownership of responsibility. Kind of a concomitant relationship to rights. Yeah, you should have rights, but you also should have responsibilities. And I'm thinking here socially in all sorts of ways. But that seems to have gone. That we don't seem to think about taking responsibility and owning things, and it's just constantly we speak in what we are owed.
But do you think so? Do you think that we human beings, let's just say people in the United Kingdom, but it could be people in New Zealand or the United States, or let's just call it the Western world. Do you think we? Do you, well, no, I'm doing fuck that. Do you think though that you and I, this other we? I mean, because I get it when you talk about rights and responsibilities, but do you think that we can talk that talk, but are blind to our own sense of ignoring responsibilities over our perception of our rights?
I think, of course, because the society we live in has been structured to encourage us to think in one direction, not in the other. And I think it's all part of that idea of trying to strip away a sense that we have a concept of society. It's all part of that pacifying the masses through fury, so that what we're doing is constantly backbiting and attacking and thinking that the other is, and other here is, you can
name your other.
Yeah, exactly. Name your other. Women, gay people, brown people, ... Rich people, poor people. Pick one. Yeah. That we are spending more time looking over our garden fence and tusking, and we are wagging fingers and we are pouring scorn, rather than thinking about what happens if we were to work collectively, what happens if we were to come together. And it feels almost impossible to be in a place where you could think about what working collectively looks like, and that then makes it easier to just go, well, fuck it then, I might as well just get as much as I can for myself. It's the same
dog.
Yeah, it's the same as railing against billionaires but still buying things on Amazon.
Yes.
It's like, oh, well, yes. I don't actually have time to go
down to the high street, to the local bookstore or the local record store. By the way, just like the way you talked about One Direction there, I love that you dropped a boy band into your explanation of this particular situation. I was trying to drop another boy band, but none were coming to mind, so I got pretty much. I think
we can really well. I think we can just talk about this experience that we're having. It's just Westlife. That was a bit. That was
a little forced, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a stretch. Sorry, but I mean, it made me giggle. Yeah. So I think you're right. We are able to. We, as in you and I, are able to rail against this particular machine while still being absolutely embedded and enmeshed in it. And it's this is less the case for you, although there will be versions of it with your place in Sassari. You're precluding an Italian family from having a home.
Yep.
And you will already, I'm sure, be going like, oh, there goes the neighbourhood, oh, over tourism, blah, 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 as if you somehow float above it, but you don't. Yeah. You're contributing to it.
Yeah. I'm not in traffic, I am traffic.
Exactly, yeah. All these things that it's the them and us, isn't it? It's the age-old midlifing thing that we are very, very easy in telling people that they are them, but we are us, and we are never them.
Yeah, I was actually watching a video of an Italian academic actually talking about how cities are increasingly becoming unlivable. She was talking in particular about Milan, and was really talking about gentrification. Although it was interesting, it was sort of couched in a conversation about globalization, and I know that they're not unrelated. It was quite high level for me, for my Italian, I have to say, but it did. All I could think of really was exactly what you've said, which is Lil and I have now contributed very directly to that process in a little town, which is not a tourist town. It's not a tourist town mostly because it's not on the ocean. If it were directly on the ocean, it would have long been gone, right?
Yeah.
And also, Lil went to the condominio, the first meeting of the condominio. So it's the people who.
That is always a fun first meeting, isn't it?
Yeah, she was, and there was quite the agenda she sent me, and it took very long. And there was a lovely old man who she said reminded her of an amicable Mr. Burns. Said they're not normally like this, so I don't quite know. And of course, Lil was the youngest there, so it's the palazzo we have bought a space in is mostly older people. And I suspect that's mostly in the centre of Sassari. It's an aging population. So there's no question that I can imagine that the locals are looking at us or looking at Lil and thinking those thoughts you've just been saying. So I cannot. My hands are very dirty here, and those ambivalences are. I guess we all live with them to varying degrees. I guess it's what we do with them, or do we just pretend that then? I don't know. It's not. It's not really changing my behaviour, is it?
No, but this is. I think the complexity here is that it's not just that you're living with them, but your neighbours are also living with them, because unless they start to, push hate mail underneath your door and start to kind of piss in your letterbox, which I suspect is a very unlikely. It's
quite a high. The letterbox is quite high off the ground, so they'd actually have to have a little step ladder.
They might pee into a bottle and then pour it in. They don't have to deliver it directly.
Oh, you're so creative.
I've got form with piss in bottles.
Yes, I've heard. I've heard multiple presentations about pissing in bottles. This is the academy, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Yeah, for people who don't know me, really, just Google.
Just Google Lee Miller pissing in bottles.
No, there was I had a meeting the other day with somebody, and we were talking about research, and AI came up, and the idea of creativity, and he said, this is somebody who I've met twice. Maybe twice, so it's not somebody I know particularly well at all.
Yeah. You're not singing in the room with him or them yet.
No. The thing that he said was like, oh, what I find really interesting about AI is, I've got a feeling that no matter how long you give it, it will never think that picking up bottles of piss from the side of the motorway is a good idea. And I was really struck. Like,
he said this.
Yeah, but in a really like genuinely like complimentary fashion. Like, it's just brilliant what the human mind can think of, rather than it's like.
No, Lee Miller, I think what they'd done was that before they met you, they basically just did a DuckDuckGo search of you. And then they went, I'm going to find a way to drop this into the conversation as if it's a pristine, clean piece of information that has nothing to do. And I'm going to see if I can get a little. And here we are responding.
But I don't think your neighbours are pissing in your letterbox.
Not yet. Not yet.
And so the complexity is that, because we went through this 8 or 9 years ago, when we got the place in Lisbon, and more complicated for us is that we were not moving in the way that Lil had.
This is a second house in a way, effectively.
Exactly.
Not even effectively, it is. It's classic gentrification country.
Oh,
isn't it?
Absolutely. And we were there well in advance of the. I mean, I guess we were the first wave of gentrification. Yeah. It's
you got it at a good moment, as you tend to do.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was not. I wasn't trying to go look at us. Aren't we good at investing? What I meant was, although,
you were wearing your "I'm a gentrifier" T-shirt when you went in and first made an offer, aren't you?
Well, what I was more thinking,
and on the back
it
says "fuck you" or just "F you" for short.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I am always branded because I'm a company guy.
I should be clear. I thought about a studio apartment because it felt like this is just too big. It's too big for one person. It doesn't make any sense. And also because I could save some money. But also when I think about it, if I were to paint myself in a very, very flattering light, I would say, well, actually, it would be better that if there were a family here, or two people at least, or someone that could use the space, and then I can just go into a little place. But oh my God, like, just no way. I just couldn't. Like, it was so depressing. I said to the real estate agent, this place is a dump.
And what was their response?
He just said, yeah. And no one is selling apartments. No one is selling houses. They're just turning them into
They're
these.
just doing it into this.
No one. People are not selling houses. If you're wanting to buy a house in this town, Coventry, which is, branded as a shithole. I love it, but it's branded as a shithole, right? No one can buy houses.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an upper echelon where, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty depressing.
Yeah. Oh, dear Lord.
So let's drink. Let's drink to gentrification. I was going to say gentrificazione, which, of course, you might guess what the translation of that.
I'm going to guess. Is it gentrification?
Bravo. Bravissimo.
Thank you. It's... Yeah, I have... I've got nothing to say. It's just...
Shit.
Miserable, isn't it?
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.